Hollywood. You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. A line spoken by Obi-Wan Kenobi in A New Hope, and the truth of it is ever so present in the modern day. As we learn more and more about the decrepit nature of Hollywood elites and their disgusting sexual perversions, things keep coming out about people like Diddy, for instance. Sean Diddy was arrested on racketeering charges, sex trafficking charges, and rape. He had many, innumerable bottles of olive oil or baby oil or whatever else it was, along with many silicone, every other type of dildo out there. This is a bit of a dark episode for the day, in case you guys can't tell. It would certainly appear as though Diddy was either using those on himself or using them on other people, using those other people as blackmail, and their actions that they took and they performed at their Diddy parties. In fact, we have many Hollywood attestations to how amazing Diddy was prior to his stuff. It's a very interesting thing, though, to see how much they often tout the need for justice and truth to be brought to light, and how much they need for the right thing to happen, which is why we need to vote this person in office, or why it is that we need to combat racism by instituting this specific quality control method in our movies, or why it is that we need to prevent and attack and destroy sexism by having more female leads. All this stuff. They lambast people like Trump, they lambast people like you and me in the day-to-day who say you're just sexist, or you're just racist, or you're just homophobic, or this, that, or the other. They lambast people like Harvey Weinstein only after they get caught, and now that Disney's coming out, all their goodwill and wonderful comments that they've made about him in the past will fade away into nothing, and they'll say, "We knew all along! We tried to warn you! He's evil!" Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Especially not when we have evidence, like what I'm about to show you here. An actual video. An MTV commercial hyping up Diddy parties. Let me go ahead and make sure that the sound is up on my phone so you can see this.
Call them modest get-togethers. Others, hedonistic romps. For the next 53 seconds, we'll take an in-depth look inside Diddy parties.
Diddy once threw a party on a jet flying around the world. Now, it started on a Tuesday and somehow ended on the previous Sunday. I don't know how he did that.
Now that I'm engaged, I've decided to slow down a little. 3 Diddy parties a week. Maybe 4. Well, not including the weekends.
Well, I remember one day we went to this Diddy party.
Well, what happened?
Lil Jon forgot his pimp cup.
Yup.
D-Rock went to Diddy and asked if he had a pimp cup Lil Jon can borrow.
And he had a whole bunch of pimp cups.
He had a pimp set.
It's hard to say which is more off the hook. A Diddy party or a Diddy after party. Or a Diddy after party, which is basically a pre-party for the next Diddy party.
The Diddy party legend continues tonight at 8 p.m. 7 Central.
So, I don't know who any of those people are, right? I don't really care about any person on that screen. There was at least 25% of the comments made where I couldn't understand a word beyond pimp cup. So, there's that as well. But, regardless of all of that, right? Regardless of me not knowing these people, me not understanding 25% of what was being said on screen, you have Hollywood celebrities, elites, individuals who are in the mainstream sphere, who have been attested as to being in a Diddy party. You have Justin Bieber, who was left there for 2 days, amidst the middle of what would have been taking place. You have Leonardo DiCaprio being invited to these things. You have plenty of other well-known mainstream Hollywood elites who all went to and attended these Diddy parties, were very close with him, attested to how much they loved this guy, and will now come out and say that they knew all along and it was evil and horrible and they should have said something sooner. The greatest disinfectant is sunlight. And that's why it is that they want to keep everything behind closed doors. That's why it is that they have this circle jerk of a bunch of people who are doing the same baloney acting in every single movie. It's the same reason why it is that they don't like outsiders making better stuff than them. It's the same reason why they try to lambaste you into thinking that you're just a racist or a sexist or a homophobe if you happen to say that a story that incorporates a black female character isn't written well simply because there's a black female character in it. It's the same reason why they will tout all these political messages and say that we need to do this and we can't let Trump get back in office. Meanwhile, they're raping, sex trafficking, and racketeering each other into the grave. These people are evil. These people are disgusting. And they like to do disgusting, evil things, and they like to encourage others to do disgusting, evil things. Diddy is just the tip of the iceberg. It's crazy. What else goes behind the scenes? It has to. Otherwise, everyone in Hollywood's just a complete idiot who doesn't recognize when they're being molested or used and abused. And I don't think that people are blind to being molested, used, and abused. But think about that. You had a 15-year-old Justin Bieber who attended one of these Diddy parties when he was under Diddy's watch for 2 days. What happened to Justin Bieber? He was already groped and harassed and practically molested on stage by a bunch of older women and his award shows. What's happening behind closed doors? If they're this depraved out in the open, how depraved are they behind closed doors? Diddy is just the tip of the iceberg as to what they're doing behind closed doors. I guarantee you that. As time goes on, more and more will be revealed. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day and a great rest of the week.